If you're like me, then you most likely really want people to like you. You spend years wanting people to like you, wanting girls to like you, wanting guys to like you, wanting the world to like you, wanting animals to like you, children to like you, every freaking body. But the crazy thing is, the weird thing is that not everybody is actually gonna like you. It's just the simple truth, and it's something that we have to accept. And by spending your life trying to manage the opinions of so many different people as they pertain to you, you're like locking yourself in a cage. It's like literally like a prison. It is a prison that keeps you in, holds you back, constricts you, stops you from being yourself, and just stops you from expressing yourself to like the fullest extent that you can. Because it's like, if I'm right now doing this video and I'm worried about what people think, well, there's people who don't like loud people, there's people who don't like quiet people, there's people who don't like bombastic people, there's people who don't like sarcastic people. The only way that I can potentially not offend anybody is to be perfectly down the middle like this. But when you are perfectly down the middle like that, nobody really gravitates towards you because you are so bland, you're so vanilla, that you don't radiate any kind of fire that makes people go, ooh, who is this person? I like this person. I actually want to be around this person. Something that I have really realized, something that I have really realized, okay, I haven't actually said this, so I need to say it now. Something that I have really realized is that the more bland you are, the less anybody really likes you. Let me explain what I mean. If you basically make sure that you and the way that you put yourself across to the world is just kind of like in the middle, you're inoffensive, completely inoffensive. It's like, yeah, it's just me, inoffensive, it's just me. I'm just straight down the middle, I'm facing the crowds, facing the clouds, as someone said in Rugrats once. If you actually do that, no one will really like you. It's kind of like this. In order to be really liked, you need to be prepared to be polarizing. You really do. It's like, you have to put yourself out there, and the more that you put yourself out there and just be like, this is me, this is who I am, this is me, then the more some people like you, the more other people dislike you, you know? You hit this sweet spot. It's kind of like this, like let's say you got action films, right? You got action movies, boom. Then you got rom-coms, and you got horror films, whatever. Imagine trying to make a film that was like a little bit of everything for everyone. No, people who like action films wouldn't really go for it. People who like horror films wouldn't really go for it. People who like rom-coms wouldn't really go for it. But if you just make an unashamed action film, it's like, this is my film, it's an action film, this is the freaking film that I'm making. We've got guns, we've got explosions, we've got hot women, we've got people running and jumping and shooting at the same time. We've got all manner of like badass CGI fight scenes and stuff like that. Well, you can tell I would like that film. But people who gravitate to action films, they'll be like, oh my God, this is incredible. Like, this is so sick. This is great. This is sweet. People who like rom-coms, they ain't really going to gravitate towards that film. People like horror films might not really gravitate towards that film. Probably more than the rom-com people, but they're still not really going to gravitate towards it. You make an unashamed rom-com, whereas a man, when he meets a woman, and there's tension and there's laughter, and the man's like a little bit nerdy, but he's cute in an endearing way, and the woman is really sweet, and they slowly fall in love. And then, oh no, something happens at the end, and there's a love rival, and the two men are fighting over the woman, and the woman doesn't know which one to choose, but both of the men want the woman, blah, blah, blah. All of that good stuff. Guess what? Action movie heads will be like, this film is rubbish. But rom-com women will be like, notice I said rom-com women, I'm showing my bias by assuming that the only people who watch rom-coms are women, which might not be true. But anyway, the people who do watch rom-coms, they will be like, wow, this film's amazing. This really is. But then on the flip side, let's say we make a horror film and it is dark and it is deep and it is intense and it is gory, and this is the horror film. And as you watch this film, it is in the dead of night. They're in a crypt. There is sounds, woohoo, woohoo, in the background, and the woman, she's walking on her own and she feels trembles, tingles down her spine. She feels touch. She doesn't know where it comes from. She sees a spectre in front of her. It's right there. It is translucent. It has no soul. It wants to feast upon her for sustenance. You make that film and the rom-com women may not like it, probably won't, probably get terrified. I saw a horror film with my girlfriend and she spent, years back, she spent the entire film looking away because it was so terrifying. You know, I didn't expect to say that story when I started this video, but life always has a way to surprise you. Anyway, the point is this. Rom-com people won't really like that film. Horror movie people will think it's the greatest movie of all time. You just have to be your own best movie. It's basically it. That's basically it. Like, you're the best version of you. One thing I always say to guys when it comes to dating is, imagine that when it comes to dating, a woman is in a cinema and you're basically a film that's showing in that cinema, you and every other man that she's like even remotely interested in. So there's Avengers assembled, there is Sex and the City, there is He's Just Not That Into You, there's whatever, there's all these different films. You have to make, you just have to be the best version of you. The best version of you. You want your movie to be the best movie. Imagine if they were making Avengers and they were terrified about what people thought, so they were like holding back on various elements of the movie because they didn't want it to be, I know they didn't want people to not like it. So the actors aren't really diving into their performances, or they're not really committing to the CGI or like the worlds that they've created because they're unsure. They don't really want to dive into the fact that this is a high intensity, high octane CGI film. They like watered it down. Film would be rubbish. Don't water yourself down, just be you. Whoever you is. Whoever you is, whoever you are. That was very bad grammar from someone who calls himself a writer. Yeah. But yeah, like, be the best movie that you can be. Like the best movie, but you, like, be you, because not everybody is going to like you, but the people who do like you will resonate with you 1000%. My successes with women increased notably once I started just being myself. You would be surprised, because look at the way I am communicating. Can you see the way I'm communicating? Do you see it? Or do you actually see the way that I'm communicating? I am communicating in a way that will make some people go, who the hell are you, Kieran? But other people will go, who the hell are you, Kieran? Just be yourself, be you. Whoever the hell you is, whoever the hell you be, whoever the hell you are, shine like a star and shine very far. You know what I mean? Yeah? Yeah. But yeah, so that's it really. Be yourself, man. Not everyone's gonna like you, and it doesn't matter. It's okay. It really is okay. It's impossible for everybody to like you, but at the end of the day, it's like this. Let's say there's some guy, dude, whoever, some woman, and that woman doesn't like you. She's just a person inside her own head. Like, she's not Jesus Christ, she's not Allah, she's not Buddha, she's just a person inside her own head like you are. Who gives a crap? Nobody really knows what's going on in life. No one's really got all of this figured out. I ain't got nothing figured out. Couple of things figured out, but not much. We're just doing the best, man. So if people don't like you, people don't like you. The world is a kaleidoscope of colours, hues, sounds, sensations, personalities, and all of that good jazz. And some people gotta gravitate to some stuff, some people will gravitate to other stuff. It is alright, it is okay. You have my permission to be you. Now with that said, I would also like to invite you to, what would I like to invite you to do? yeah, I'd like to invite you to beatbox with me. I'd like to invite you to check out gainglobal.net/academy. So that is an academy that me and my business partners have created to basically walk you through what you need to know in order to improve your skills with women and become more confident. When we got into this whole space, there wasn't really anything like that would take you and hold your hand and guide you through, because there's disparate bits of information here and there, and what the hell do you do? Like, what do you do? What do you pay attention to? Who the hell knows? But that's what we created with the academy. So I'd like to get you to join that if possible. Also, follow me on social media at Kieran Callum Dating. Also, we've got a private Facebook group as well, which has men from all around the globe. All around the globe who are dedicated to becoming the best possible versions of themselves. Please join that Facebook group. Have yourself a lovely day. I make these videos on a regular basis if you can't tell, so I would also like you to subscribe and slam the notification bell, and take care, because I'll most likely be back on the morrow with a new video. Have yourself a lovely day. Toodaloo, goodbye and ciao.